Can talking through your shots before you hit them help you score better in golf? Today we're gonna find out. I'm a 13 handicap. I have been plateaued in my golf game for a long time, and I have sunk thousands of dollars into clubs and lessons, but the scores don't get better. But today we're gonna find out, what if the answer is in your mouth? Get your mind out of the gutter. What if verbalizing your shot and visualizing your shot before you hit your shot is actually the solution to your golfing problems? Today we're gonna play 9 holes. I typically go about 7 over through 9, and we're gonna see if we can score any better by talking through our shots. If I'm able to score 5 over or better, I don't have to give anything away, but if I go above 5 over, I'm going to be giving away a brand new Tacoma Ignis driver. As long as this video gets 200 likes and I go 5 over or worse, you're gonna get a driver. So make sure you watch till the end. Okay, hole 1, 345 yards. I'm gonna hit a high draw starting at that right tree, bend it back into the fairway. I'm saying it out loud. I'm gonna step up confidently, and I'm gonna do it. It's just that easy. Oh, a little bit of a hook, a little bit overdrawed, but we're in business. We can live with that. Right idea, talking through our shots. Okay, shot 2, 100 yards out. I got a 50 degree. A lot of room on the right of the green. All I'm gonna try to do is hit a pretty standard stock shot, but instead of going at the pin like I normally would, like an idiot, I'm gonna take it at the right side, tiny bit of a draw, or go right at the flag and hit the tree and have it get knocked down. Idiot!
Oh, idiot!
I like the idea though. Execution's not always there, but I like the idea. Okay, now these are the shots where I think I probably can benefit from this the most. Typically, I would just walk up to this ball, like directionally hit a chip at the pin and not think too much. But the reality is the green's sloping from right to left. There's a little hill I have to go over. So I'm gonna think about landing this about 15 feet short of the flag. And I'm just gonna let it trickle up there because I know what I'm doing. I'm good at this sport, right guys? Right? Oh, that's kind of exactly what I just said. Kind of exactly what I just said. It kicked a little to the right, but we got a putt for par. Pretty good. Guys, when it comes to putters, I have been using the Scotty Cameron new like 0 torque option that they have. This thing is insane. This is the best putter I've ever tested. Review is coming soon. All right, nothing crazy about this putt. I think it's gonna break a little bit from left to right, so I'm just gonna go left edge. Something I never think about is like the speed that I want it to have as it enters. I don't want to have a tough putt for a bogey, so I'm going to kind of dive this in there and hopefully just trickle it in. Oh, come on! Dude! Gosh darn it. Okay, that's a bogey. But that was good. We talked through our shots. Almost made that putt. Just talked about how unbeatable this putter is, and I missed the putt, but that was a good roll. That was a good roll. We're 1 over through 1. Okay, hole 2, 130 yards. But here's the thing, and we're thinking about this and talking about this. Wind is left to right. There's a ton of room on the green to the left. If you miss to the right, it bounces into the cart path and goes into the woods like it does every time I play. So today, we're talking through our shot. I'm gonna go right at the middle of the green. The wind's left to right, so I'm actually even gonna aim to the left of the green. Pretty full swing here. Ideally, I could keep it a little lower than normal. I've got a 9 iron. Cool, with an easy 2 putt, get out of here at the par. There's no need to go after this flag. Right at the left side of the green. Oh, that's exactly what I said. And the wind's taking it right. And we're just deep of the green. Right behind the flag, rolling back, rolling back, rolling back, rolling back, rolling back. Oh, with a little birdie look. Oh my gosh, we just talked to our shots, that's it. Let me tell you, the last 3 times I played this hole, I have aimed at the flag, the ball has faded to the right, it has hit the cart path, and it has been out of bounds. The last 3 times. But today we learn. We talk through our problems, and then we feel better. There's a lesson in that.
You know, that's how you can tell when you're grown up inside. You're sure that what you're planning and doing are things that can be a real help to you and your neighbor. I'm proud of you, you know that. I hope you do.
Here's the situation. We have about an 8-foot putt for the birdie. Now, typically I'd probably just step up and hit this, but what I'm gonna be thinking about and talking through today are the factors. It's a little bit uphill. This gets really scary when you go past the flag, and I'd rather leave myself an uphill putt for the third putt if need be, but I also wanna give myself a chance at birdie. I'm gonna be moderately aggressive. I wanna get it to the hole, but I wanna be careful not to blow it by. I'm just gonna lag it up there. It's gonna go in. Let's go! Oh my gosh, dude! All right now, that's a birdie, or even par. Welcome to hole 3, a hole that traditionally makes me very sad. Here's the challenge, everything funnels right, everything kicks out of bounds right, and there's trees on the left. Typically, I bail out at last minute, flare it right, have a long way in, or I'm out of bounds. Not today. Today we're taking a 4-iron, we're gonna commit to an aggressive swing, we're going right at that bunker, fearless, left edge of the fairway. It's gonna funnel back to the right a little bit. Or hit the hosel or the toe and barely make it in play. That was a really bad swing. That is not what I talked about. Here's the sitch. 145 out. I actually have a 7-iron, which is weird. Typically I would try to like absolutely smash a 9-iron to get it there, but instead I'm gonna go with 70% 7-iron. I'm gonna aim at the back left of the green because everything to the right kicks out of bounds. We're gonna try to just keep this a little bit lower because it's very windy today, and I'm just gonna commit to a 70% swing right at the left of the green. I don't know if you saw what happened there, but I basically hit the left side of the green and I hit a stake and it kicked 100% straight to the right. I think it rolled across the green, probably out of bounds. Well, that's extremely lucky. We got a chance. Okay, well, we got very lucky here. Very hard camera angle for me to film by myself, but we got a chip. The 56, we're just gonna take it high, let it roll out. It's a little bit fluffed up, so it's gonna come out soft. Pretty good. Very good. Not great. Excellent. We got a putt. Golly, I wish you could have seen that chip because it is very good. We got about 3 feet left. No need to talk about this one. Just tap her in, get out of here with the par. I mean, come on. Not the worst. I hit one good shot on that hole and it was the chip, but we talked through them all. We didn't exactly come close to executing on them all, but we got out of here with a par. Okay, here we go. 382-yard par 4. This is just driver. Let it eat. That said, we're gonna think about our shot shape and we're gonna commit to our shot shape. I have been kind of spraying my driver to the right for a little while, and I think a lot of it is just mental. So today, I am going to think about actually committing to a draw. We're gonna start our ball at the bunker to the right of the green, draw it back into the fairway. We're gonna be confident and committed, and we're gonna let it eat a little bit. Oh, guys, that's exactly what I said. Oh, let's go. Gosh, you know what feels good when you actually do it? That feels really good. Oh, smooth, dude, smooth. That felt really good. That was it. So that drive went like 280, pretty good on a cold, windy day. And now I've got 105 to the middle. This is where talking through your thought. I think this is making a difference. Hear me out. Typically, I would take a 50-degree full swing because that's the yardage and just go for it. That said, I know how this green works and it rolls a ton from left to right, and even if I landed it at the flag, I wouldn't end up near it. So I'm thinking if I take a pitching wedge and I try to keep it lower and I run it up there, I can play the roll of the green. I might be overthinking this. I'm not that good, but that's the idea. We're gonna take like a knockdown pitching wedge, keep it low, and try to let it kind of roll up there. Like that. Go. Oh my golly, that ended like a foot short of what it needed to do. Oh, okay, it was a good idea. It was actually close, but not what I wanted. All right, well, somehow I ended up in this little sprinkler, so I'm gonna move that. All right, this is another great example. I would normally putt this because they say if you can putt it, but that introduces so much break, so I'm gonna take a 50-degree, just get it over the first hill and then let it roll out. Left to right. Like that. Like that. It almost went in. 4 feet left for the par. That was the play, dude. That was totally the play. All right, let's go make that. Okay, we've got about 4 feet for the par. It's gonna be a little bit slippery. I'm gonna think about trickle pace, and I'm gonna go just outside of the right edge because I think it's gonna break a good amount. And we're just gonna nestle this up there. It's gonna go right in that sweet, sweet little thing. You know, that was actually the right line, but I hit it like a little bit of a baby. Okay, well, it's a bogey. It's a bogey, we can live with that. We're 2 over. Reminder, if I go 5 over or worse, you have a chance to win the Tacoma driver. Make sure you hit that like button. I don't know why I said 2 over. I'm only 1 over because we got a birdie. I think I'm just not used to ever getting a birdie. Crazy that like your score gets better when you have birdies. Crazy. Okay, this is a bomb of a par 5. This is driver all day, and I'm just gonna try to hit the exact same drive that I just hit on the last hole. Big draw, starting at the right, starting at that bunker. Very committed swing, fearless. That's the key word, fearless. Oh, it didn't draw. That's gonna be on the line of out of bounds or in play, but that was well hit. Just didn't draw. We'll go find out. Well, I had nothing to worry about. I got like 30 yards until I'm out of bounds. We're in a great spot here. That went 250. It was uphill. It was uphill before you say anything. We're at a 5-iron now. We're 317 out. All I want to think about here is committing to a draw and hitting something into the left edge of the fairway because that gives me the best angle in. Big thing here is I got to commit to the swing. I tend to get really passive on these layup shots. I'm not gonna lie, I have hosel shanked multiple balls to the right on this hole before. Not today, because we're talking through our shot, committing to our shot. We're hitting our shot. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, it's so bright I can't see a thing. I don't have the slightest idea where that went, but it felt good. Yeah, it felt fine. Okay, the good news is I found my ball. It's in the middle of the fairway. The bad news is I'm still 150 out, so I hit that ball like 3 feet. Not actually. I've got a full 7-iron here. I'm thinking left of the flag because the wind is going left to right, but this is a pretty standard shot. Nothing too crazy to think about here other than hitting a good one. Can't see anything. Y'all, I have no idea where that went. Hopefully that was better than the last, my golly. Well, after walking up there thinking it was just gonna be in the middle of the green, it was not. I'm pin high, but I missed a pretty healthy amount to the left here. We've got a 60. It's gonna roll left to right. I just wanna land this just barely on the green. It's gonna roll down. Oh, that's really good. Really good. The chipping's been good today. It helps actually like thinking about where you want to land it. Okay, here we go again. Another like 4.5, 5 footer for the par. I think it's going to trickle a little bit left to right, but if we roll it past, we'll have an uphill putt coming back. So this is one I think I can be a little bit more aggressive on. Bang. Just like that. That's a par. That's a par. Come on. Something I'm noticing that I didn't necessarily expect is because I'm forcing myself to like talk verbally about my shots, it's forcing me to actually think about my shots. And what I've noticed is although I don't actually think I'm striking the ball very well today, the misses have been way better and the course management has been way better because I'm forcing myself to think, like, where do we actually want this ball going? If we miss, where would we want the ball to miss? And so although I feel like I've hit like maybe 1 or 2 pure iron shots, like I've missed most of my irons, we're 1 over par and there's been no OB balls. That's atypical. It's very atypical. I think we're onto something. Par 4, 370 yards. This is a tricky shot. I'm gonna take the aggressive play though. We're gonna start a draw over those right trees, try to take it over the trees and back into the fairway. Guys, I can't see anything. I have no idea, again. I have no idea. Let's go find out. It's so bright. Guys, it is getting very windy. I was getting ready to do this whole spiel about how I'm just gonna take a drop because I had no idea where my ball went. As I was about to film the clip, I looked down and we actually hit a pretty good drive here, like 275 yards. That said, we are under a tree. So I'm gonna try to hit a knockdown pitching wedge. We're 105 out. Try to keep it low and draw it in there. I don't know where that went either. I gotta get my eyes checked, dude. I know I hit the tree, but I don't know where that came out. Well, fingers crossed again, gosh. If there was ever a shot to talk through, it's this shot. We are pin high to the left. The green faces or slopes straight downhill, and this is the hardest green on the entire 27-hole course that I'm a member at. Here's the problem. If I leave it short, I then again have another downhill shot. If I go too long, it rolls into a bunker over there. I've got a 60 degree. I think I need to try to just take this high and barely land it on the green. That's an aggressive shot with a high risk, but I think that's my play here. Just open it up, confident swing, almost a borderline flop shot. We're gonna go for it. Just land it right on the front. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's still gonna roll out, but y'all, that was exactly. I'm in the bunker. Oh, that was like so good though. I can't, this hole can get away from you real quick. All right, we got a bunker shot. I'm gonna try to land it pretty much pin high. A little bit short there. We got some work to do. Where's the rake? Always gotta get the rake first, dummy. You always gotta rake your bunkers too. There's nothing worse than being in a footprint. All right. Guys, I hate to do this, but I'm making a mess of this hole and there's someone waiting on me and my putter's in the cart, so we're gonna putt with this wedge and we're just gonna kind of take a 2-putt here. Okay. That's a double bogey. Is it cool if you give me that since I don't have my putter? We're calling that a double bogey. I'm sorry. I just don't want to be the guy that's like holding up the course. He's waiting, you know. Well, that was a very unfortunate hole. And now we are 3 over through 6. We're on hole 7. We've got a 205-yard par 3. I'm hitting a 4-iron and I'm going to talk through the shot. In order to get there, these are like really low lofted clubs. I shouldn't be playing them, but I like them because they're pretty. Wind is helping. I think this is a stock 4-iron, but I want to hit a little bit of a draw, and I'm just going to aim right at the middle of the green. And then if it makes its way left, that's fine. If not, it's also fine. Oh, I hit that so pure, but I pushed that just a little right. I think we're going to be pin high to the right. That was a really good strike though. I cannot complain. When you're hitting Rory Blade 4-iron and you kind of suck at golf, you'll take a good strike. I forgot to mention, make sure you comment down below if you want to enter the giveaway. So you have to like, comment, and subscribe. That's all it takes. You know, one thing I found really interesting that I'm also noticing as I think about talking through my shots, let me know if this resonates with you. I am somebody that has way too many swing thoughts. I'm thinking about my grip and this and getting the hips through and all these different things where it becomes like paralysis of analysis and I'm playing swing instead of playing golf. Something about talking through the shot, not the swing, is helping me think about the swing less. I'm just like, here's the shot that I need to hit, and it's kind of taking my mind off all these million thoughts I typically have about what I need to do in my golf swing. So another kind of like unexpected benefit. Okay, the wind was doing the absolute most there, so I'm very deep here. Just gonna try to tip it on, not leave it short. Should be pretty good. Yeah, that should be pretty good. We're gonna have a putt at par. Let's go make it. Okay, let's lag this up there. Easy 2-putt, get out of here with the bogey. It is so windy. Get in. Oh! Oh my gosh. All right, bogey. We can live with that. You know, I'm not too bummed about that bogey. I pured a 4-iron, I underplayed the wind, and then I had a decent chip. Almost made the putt, tap in. It's fine. 4 over, we're through 7. We've got 2 holes left, so I've only got 1 stroke to play with, or that driver is yours. This is a relatively long par 4 for a guy like me, 420 yards. We're gonna stick to that draw. I'm gonna commit to that draw, start it at the trees, bring it back in play. Well, that ball did not draw. I just pushed it out to the right. I hit it decently, 270 out. I am now 180 yards away. Now there's a ton of trees in between me and the hole. What I'm gonna try to do is hit this big hooking draw around, you know what? No. As I say that out loud, I'm like, you idiot. You're never gonna pull that off. I'm just gonna chip this into the fairway. Got a 6-iron. Yeah, we're just gonna give ourselves an actual chance. There we go. Middle of the fairway, easy shot in, no danger. What was I, dude, that's why you talk through your shots. I was just fully prepared to try to hit like a 60-yard hook around trees. And now I've got a 128-yard pitching wedge, middle of the fairway into the green. We took our medicine. That said, the wind is helping a little bit. So this is gonna be like a 90% pitching wedge. Flag's in the middle, so I'm just gonna go right at the flag. Right is a little bit safer. So actually I'm gonna go just a little bit right of the flag. Pretty stock pitching wedge here. Yep, just pin high, about 7-8 feet for the putt. God, that could have been such a bad hole. Talked to our shot, we made a good decision. Well guys, something else we learned is that I need to get my eyes checked, because not only am I not 8 feet away, I am like 48 feet away. Turns out the flag was in the front of the green, not the middle. That said, we're just gonna lag one down there. This hole plays relatively straight. I'd rather have an uphill putt, so I'd rather put this a little bit past. Just give it a nice smooth stroke, leave ourselves a tap-in bogey. Oh, I don't think I gave the wind enough credit on the putt either. It is like properly windy. Okay, 5-ish feet for the bogey. A little bit right to left. You're kidding me. Okay, 4-ish feet for the double. Oh, that is frustrating. That's really frustrating. Double bogey. Well guys, unless I birdie this last hole, y'all have a chance to win the Ignis driver. How it's gonna work is, as soon as this video gets to 200 likes, I'm gonna randomly select one of y'all in the comments. I will reach out to you and you get to pick your specs, loft fly, whatever, and I'm just gonna order you a brand new one from Tacoma. Bummed about that hole. Okay, 6 over through 8. Last hole here. Gotta get a birdie. This is a draw hole all day, every day. Start it right. Commit to the draw, 445 yards, starting at that right red tree. Oh, I dead pulled that to the left, kicked off a tree, and now I'm in the fairway, but it went like 100 yards. I mean, the fact the ball is in play is literally a Christmas miracle. I've got 330 out. It literally hit off that tree and kicked straight right. I got very fortunate to not be out of bounds. I'm hitting a 2-iron. Left is better than right. I'm gonna aim left. I've got a long way out, so just a good swing, finish the swing. Oh, that's really good. Oh, that'll be down there. Okay, great job just getting back in the action, taking the medicine. All right, we are 75 yards out. I'm gonna hit a knockdown 50 degree, run it up there a little bit, hopefully have a chance at a par. The flag's actually in the middle of the green this time, so I wanna land this like 70 yards-ish. Oh, that felt so good. Oh, one hop stop, pin high to the left, we got a chance. That was, you know, like normally I'd take a 56, pretty full swing. I like that little knockdown, pretty good. All right, y'all, well, this is meaningless for the giveaway, but meaningful for my pride. This is for the par to stay at 6 over. A little bit left to right. I'm gonna take this ball out. Let's go. Great way to end. What a putt. Like, what a putt. This thing's dialed. Well, that does it. I did not beat my target score, so if you want to win the Tacoma driver, comment, like, and subscribe. Now let's wrap up with some thoughts. Was talking through your shot the magic silver bolt that I'd hoped for? No. Did I basically shoot the exact same score that I probably would have without doing it? Yes. That said, I think there were some times where it got me out of trouble. I think there were times it took me out of my head in terms of thinking too much about the swing. I don't think it's something that I'm like incorporate all the time, especially when you're playing with friends. You don't want to be that guy who's like, yo, Jimmy, I'm gonna hit a 60-yard draw around this tree, watch this. But I think the more important thing is finding a mechanism for me that forces me to think about the shot I want to hit, visualize it, and then commit to it. There's something in there, something we'll explore in a future video. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. Remember, these are the good old days. I'm JC, this is Good Old Days Golf. Hope to see you around next time. Have a good day. Peace.